saber todas las declaraciones de los demás. Sí. Así que vamos a continuar leyendo. Porque yo tranqui comí unas empanadas de entrañas ricas. Oh, una exquisitez. Bueno, veamos, día 5 de mañana. Hemos completado un montón de cosas. Ok, tengo que... O sea, que tengo que ir a la costa, revisar el paseo marítimo, la isla, el Finistierra y preguntar a los pescadores por Ruby. Vale, tengo que ir al coso entonces. No, esto no era, era acá. Mapa. Ah, bueno, justo, señora.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
¿Ha visto una mujer pelirroja llamada Ruby por la costa?
Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately.
Vale, pero ¿sabe de quién estoy hablando?
This is my little cinder block town. I know what goes on around here.
Esta no es la pregunta no es la respuesta a la pregunta.
She's being evasive. She knows something.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help.
Would you now? I know how this world works, and it doesn't work when people tell on each other.
Esto no tiene nada que ver con el sindicato, no tiene que preocuparse de posibles represalias.
Ah, I should have known. This is yet another union mess. I'm not afraid of them, you know. We are not in the habit of being afraid around here.
Enough of this. She better start talking right now.
Che, usted sabe algo, pero ha decidido no contarnos nada. Maita, si hace que sabe algo, esto también es importante. Vamos a probar con esta.
There's not much to tell. People come and go. Now, was there something else?
I see, ma'am. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway.
You should look around your shack. Maybe she's rented it out to others too.
Buen punto, ¿verdad? Ahora, ¿qué puedo descubrir mi propia choza en la que ya he estado durmiendo? Oh, una tablita.
As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, it's clear one of them isn't quite level with the others. The edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched. Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand and sawdust below. Nothing particular catches your eye. Looks like more reeds. There might be something hidden inside the sand though. Something bad. Someone's night thoughts. A last resort. A bad idea. You stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outside. Fine dust. And then, something hard wrapped in paper. A small cylindrical object. You pull it out. A bullet. A 9mm bullet, to be exact. Fit for all muzzle loaders of that caliber. Like your own Villiers pistol, for example. The floorboard doesn't care. But maybe the washerwoman does. You have enough to confront her with. Holding the bullet, you get the feeling this isn't ammunition against you. It's for herself.
Tenía por si se quiere suicidar, ¿eso me estás diciendo?
An old mirror hangs on the wall.
No puedo todavía hacer eso. Oh, señora, déjeme de explicaciones.
Our tenant, the policeman.
¿Por qué
I
viene a
hope
valer
the
la
waves
plata
don't...
sobre su café?
Damn that girl.
But you didn't put it there, did you? She did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant, and not a stupid one either.
¿Le alquiló ella la habitación?
Yes. I let my room to that Ruby girl.
Tras un momento de silencio, la anciana habla despacio, surcando un paño. Sus manos se mueven dentro del cubo de agua. Un poco de agua se derrama por el borde.
As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear. We welcome all kinds of people here.
Pero ¿cuándo fue eso?
She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into? That girl.
No sabe nada.
She seems genuinely worried about her previous tenant. She's seen her hiding out from trouble before. But this seems different.
That's for the police to find out. Right there. Please answer each question to the best of your ability. I'm sure we have a few.
Dice que se marchó el lunes.
Yes, early with the dogs. Around 8 o'clock, I think.
La habitación está exactamente tal como la dejó.
I cleaned it, like I always do.
¿Había alguien más allí?
No.
¿Cómo es Ruby?
She's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that about her.
This Ruby is an old lady whisperer. She knows how to work the village elder, unlike you.
¿Qué me decís su cuestión?
Did she talk to you much during her last stay?
No, she was mostly silent this time. Kept to herself.
¿Qué quiere decir?
She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines, but this time she mostly stayed in her room.
She wanted to talk to her, as they usually do, but she was brooding.
¿Por qué dejaría la bala ahí dentro?
How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun.
You could ask her about your hunch, that it was a desperate measure. See if she thinks Ruby fits the bill.
Se me ocurre una posible explicación.
Aye. Do tell.
Es un plan de huida.
Exit from what?
De todo esto.
The lieutenant stops writing for a moment. He looks at you, then at the old woman.
No, she's a fighter.
Not a quitter, like you sometimes get, son.
Bueno. Era una teoría. ¿Llevaba encima algún equipo técnico como aparato de radio?
Not that I know of, though she was into nice music. She once showed me a few mixtape millions she'd made.
¿Le gusta la música? ¿No se juntó con la gente de la iglesia?
Although I guess she was pretty handy with the mechanical and technical stuff. Even fixed the heater in the shack. You should be thankful for that.
Bueno, no tenía forma de saberlo, gracias. I guess. ¿A dónde fue?
I don't know. Further up the coast. She tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived.
Soy un gran policía, ¿qué decís?
I wouldn't worry about that, man. We are persistent.
Seguiremos peinando de la costa, pues.
Are you sure you would rather stay here? Get a nice cozy fire going in the heater? Seems like a better idea to me.
No, gracias. Vamos a investigar.
The fell electric mural. You feel like you should go look at it again. Step closer this
Y había un
time.
agujero en ese edificio, así que... No es cuando más sobre...
What more do you want to know about that poor
Okay,
girl?
no,
Yes, let's hear those other... One thing...
She really means it. It's an honest
Ah,
plea.
ok. Un momento, gente, si la encuentran, se duró con ella, por favor. Mira a su alrededor, le está enfriando. Lo dicen en serio, se van a hacer pico honesta.
She's a good girl. Whatever she's gotten herself mixed up in.
Y mató a alguien, así que... Va, presuntamente. Amada.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm
Estuvo
down.
con otra persona.
Oh,
Una sospechosa que es probable que
Who?
se haya escondido por estos lados.
okay. When did this person stay here?
Hace muy poco, tal vez un par de días. Es posible que llegase el viernes.
Oh. I've been out on the sea for most of the past week. The weather's been good for fishing, so I usually start at 4 in the morning.
¿En serio?
Yes, that's the optimal time. Got to make the most of the calm. I've been sleeping like a corpse after. The sea really takes its toll. Now I'm just waiting for the wind to settle to get out there again. Sorry I couldn't help you out. Maybe I can help you find someone else.
Eso es todo, no busco
Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
No, querida. Vale la pena el intento, supongo. ¿Qué tal si le pregunto a los niños? ¿Ustedes vieron una señorita llamada Ruby?
The scruffy-haired little boy.
What bad people?
I don't think questioning 4-year-olds without their parents present is gonna crack the case.
Ah, dale, Kim.
Then we're definitely doing it.
What bad?
I don't think questioning...
Then we're definitely...
Oh. Estos otros mensos, a ver.
The legend returns. You know the deal, legend...
No. ¿Vos?
The legend
No.
returns.
Tequila
¿Has visto una película que se llama
sunset.
Ruby Veredera por aquí?
Can't really remember seeing any women after losing my keys.
It's a touchy topic. He hasn't got laid in ages.
Vale. ¿Vos seguís drogado?
Danko.
There's no way.
Nah. Esto no puede ir por acá. Ah, nunca vine para ese lado, soy estúpido.
A drop in temperature, an easy flow of air, an empty street. Before you, a thoroughfare unjammed with lorries. No more drivers smoking on hitch steps. Just silence.
¿A qué olía el humo?
Chemically sweetened. Across the road, a forgotten bus stop. Corrosion has opened a hole in its roof. An elm tree watches over the building. Its branches are dripping with rain and snow. The road is smooth and motley. Craters filled with a black asphalt. The asphalt, first laid, is grey already. A row of tenements are under construction in the distance.
¿Quiénes son las personas que viven al otro lado de la
A
calle?
tub warm with water, white with soap. A man bathes while radio waves transmit the lottery numbers. 4, 18,
¿Cuál de esos?
21,
18, 21, 4.
4, 1. A modern washing machine rattles a drawer full of silverware. His boyfriend is on his way home. He brings tins of meat and vegetables with him. Their pockets are heavier with money, but only slightly.
¿Qué hay en la parada del autobús?
Number 312D. Young girls used to come here, huddled up, hoping for more warmth than their thin coats give them. The bus took them to school. It has not run for 8 years. There were not enough girls to sustain its cost.
¿Qué hay en la carretera?
Craters pocked the surface. Children played in them until heavy trucks full of black pitch rolled in. The landowners have filled the craters with money. It is a vital artery of the flow of trade. There's one bump on the road. A dead dog lies flat about 200
Ay, Dios,
paces
qué
away,
feo. ¿Por qué?
right at the turn.
Muerto.
Tragedy comes from the wheels of a fast RCM vehicle hurrying to work. The cold washes over you. The sound of the sea has grown distant. The wind moves the aerosol. A detective stands behind the boom barrier. A breeze moves a curl of his hair.
Bien, sí que eso se va hacia el exterior, nada más que no se puede hacer. Ok, pues tengo que revisar bien la costa esta. ¿Qué hay acá? Había necesariamente una alcantarilla.
The light vanishes inside the concrete slit. The structure goes deep under the earth.
¿Qué hay dentro?
Maybe it's just a storm drain for the sewer.
Kim, ¿sabe lo que hay abajo?
No idea. Could be connected to one of the buildings around here.
¿Creo que podemos encontrar a Ruby abajo?
We might find her down somewhere. There's an old storm drain system beneath Martinez that's mostly collapsed. Revachol sewage system has been built and rebuilt 4 or 5 times now. In conclusion, she could be under any building.
Pero ahí adentro, ¿no?
I hope not.
There's no echo.
Ok. Vayamos a vuelta por acá arriba. Señor, ¿sabe algo?
Hello. Isn't
Isn't
it a fine morning? No, I'm afraid I can't help you with this one, officer. It's just a regular day off for me and Mikhail here.
Estás desde hace 4 días acá.
So you haven't seen anyone around?
No, I'm sorry. As I said, this is just a day off. We just arrived anyway.
Dijiste lo mismo, cállate.
There's something friendly and familiar in how he says that. A day off.
¿Qué quieres que vea, juego? Está todo corrido.
You see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, tomorrow is just a whisper away. Above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in walls that are cracking and will soon also fall, and the coastal breeze rustling and sighing. And there's something in the wind. Sometimes the only way to go forward is to fail first.
¿Por qué tengo la sensación de que conozco este lugar?
Indeed, somehow you knew it was here. An urban ruin, gutted by looters that once used to consume money and dispense warmth and light. You felt it before, when it rained in Martinez, and you felt the cold of the rain. The feeling persists. It has been in you ever since.
¿Es posible que Ruby esté aquí dentro?
In there? She could. Or she could be in the identical room over there, or in that boat shack. In that church tower, maybe.
Buah, mirá. Es un imposible 20, pero... Tengo... Encontraste la trampa vacía, tuviste una cita, reconstruiste la ejecución, hiciste esa llamada, encuentro con la pasma, montaste el garito, anomalía descubierta, notificación de función, hallaste la chaqueta. Buah, o sea, hice tantas cosas que tengo un 97% de chance. Escuchar el viento.
Suddenly,
Mira.
all is quiet. There is no cold hand brushing against your
En
forehead.
serio,
No
97%
rustle
de
in
chance
the
que sí me
reeds.
cagas así.
The wind has died down, or gone behind a corner. You only hear distant waves washing the coast. The ruin in front of you is silent as a tomb.
What am I doing here?
Trying to talk to the wind, the city, whatever you thought would happen, did not. And now you're just standing there, in the pale of the
¿Qué
morning,
hijo de
with
puta,
your
boludo?
hands
97% de
fallen
chance
to
me
your
tiró que
side.
fallé.
The prayer of sorts.
Mira el
To
sitio,
River
yo tengo
Shore.
cualquier sitio, ¿cómo vamos a hacer para
How
encontrarla?
do we? I was really hoping she'd be in the village.
Vale.
She's probably north of the village, and this place is a peninsula. We already scanned most of the outdoor areas on our wild cryptid hunt, so we have an understanding of the geography, at least. And then there's the church. We've already searched that and can rule it out. I know it doesn't feel like progress, but exclusion is a step too. Anyway, we do it the old-fashioned way, sector by sector. Go over the whole peninsula, ask the locals, enter the places where we can enter first, like we did in the village.
¿Y si no se funciona y si no lo encontramos?
Then, if we're desperate, we can look where we can't enter. Bunkers, storm drainage, this place. I'm sure it won't come to that.
Walk the coast, the old boardwalk, the reeds. You can always come back here and talk to the wind again. Look where it already got you. Buckle up and raise your collar. This search is going to be wet and cold.
¿Cuánto me falta para poder volver a tirar de vuelta? 79 por... No me falta tanto en realidad. Qué paja igual, chabón. 27% y me tira que no. Bullshit. Bullshit, I tell you. Debe estar ahí arriba, si hay una marquita de que hay algo ahí abajo. Veamos, este es el paseo marítimo. Acá no parece haber nada. Pero el tacho de basura.
There's some tear.
No. Abajo no hay nada.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. There's a bit life is got.
Acá sigo se puede hacer.
An old door.
¿Podría utilizar esta estructura para hacer el disparo?
From here to the whirling, I can't see how. The church is in the way.
Bueno, si me decís. Acá hay algo, ¿no? Polillas y gallo metía bajo una piedra, marca este motivo.
Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for taking the shot? Just some urban detritus, a bottle, and a dilapidated old comms tower.
I don't see it, Lieutenant W. Freito. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there. In the whirling in rags.
Tal vez el asaltante subió a la torre de comunicaciones y hizo el disparo desde ahí.
It's not possible to climb that ladder. And even if it were, why? There's no platform up there to aim from.
¿Ya ese Pepe Tal utilizó la hoguera?
To warm his hands before pulling the trigger? Perhaps. But anyone could have made this. The coast is specked with fire this time of year. Truthfully, this seems like a very poor choice to take a 1.2 kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful. There's water vapor everywhere. I think we can rule out... Biddable crime, was it?
¿Qué pasa con los colillas de cigarrillos?
Those? A smoking assailant who favors Tumutiri to Astra or Joan? Cigarette butts are everywhere. This is a common brand for all men.
Still, you felt it was important enough to make a mental note. That means something. You didn't pay attention to any of the other cigarette butts on the coast.
Mira más allá del agua, hacia el Willing Rag.
There, 1.2 kilometers over the cold water of the bay, blue from the distance and the air, you see the smallest rectangle, barely visible. A glowing light on the third floor of the whirling in rags. With binoculars, you would see a young woman's shape move behind the glass, her limbs long and slender, smoking, drinking, being happy and elated, without you. Because you're here, freezing in the wind, aren't you? Doing your detective work.
Fuck you. Nada más aquí. Esta es la isla que te pasé marítimo. Pero ya me pasé por ahí, no había nada. Nada por aquí. Puedo preguntar igual a la gente de la iglesia a ver si alguno tiene algo de info.
Oh, hey man, it's good to see you. Goodbye, officer. Oh, hey man, it's good to see you.
You close your eyes and dream of the shapes your body should form to bring this strange music into life. For now, such ferocity of motion is beyond you.
But just imagine the moves you could pull to this futuristic beat.
Puts a grin on your face just to think about it. Even a failed attempt gets the juices flowing and repairs some of the damage done by battles lost. If you up the dose and truly dance, who knows what will happen? Salvation.
Goodbye, officer. Yo, man.
Nada, aquí. No, creo que no puedo.
Welcome back.
¿Has visto a una mujer peligrosa por aquí?
No.
Just no?
It's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast.
Si tomamos en cuenta lo que intentamos conseguir, esto no pinta buena señal. Está bien, no habrá vecinos que se quejen del ruido una vez que pongáis en marcha el club.
Superstition. We can turn the grim desolation into a fun dance club, and thus also help turn this hellhole around.
Puede ser.
Yes, what is it?
¿Has visto a alguien sospechoso por la zona? Digamos, una mujer llamada Ruby.
What? No, no one's suspicious around here.
Ok. Por lo menos tenía sobre me recupero 2 minutos en el mundo.
You don't have
Sí, me
to.
salió bien.
You already have. A long time ago.
Espera, ¿cómo?
These thoughts formed in you somewhere, in a long forgotten discussion, behind a kitchen table, in the evening light, drinking coffee and smoking, with a friend and a woman. She was there too. Her hair smelled of shampoo and she was smoking.
Suna es el punto de origen del pálido.
What?
La tragadera es una palidez recién nacida, así como empieza.
But Pale isn't here. We're thousands of kilometers from the edge.
That comforts her.
No, estamos apenas a 20 metros del propio borde.
She looks up into the darkness under the nave, then back at you.
La palidez solo es un efecto, una transición entre el mundo y eso.
Then, what is that?
It's nothing. No, it's less than nothing. No.
Es menos que nada, el estado de reposo eterno de la realidad. Imagínate que todo esto nunca haya existido.
Then the Pale is...
Un gradiente, simple y llanamente.
But the gradient, it clearly hasn't started yet. We're here, and the Pale is not.
Un día, cuando sea más grande, estará.
I understand. A theory of the Pale where instead of an outer ocean, it metastasizes, like a cancer or a mold, erupting in points inside the world.
Y este es uno de esos puntos de origen.
According to this, how long...
¿Cuánto tiempo pasará hasta que comienza a engullir? Ya ha comenzado, empezando por el sonido.
And information, causing data losses in the East Insulindian front. Have you considered why it's formed in a church? And also when or how it might start growing, or if it has other effects in addition to sound and data?
Oh, ¿qué tal, Eric? ¿Cómo estás? Llego a mirar cómo el streamer mira con curiosidad la pantalla mientras se rasca el cuello. Claramente le pica mucho. Momento juego de rol, sí.
An intellectual hunger fills her now, casting fear aside.
Sí, a veces igual no es muy bueno anular el miedo por la curiosidad.
I also have a question, since we are piling them on. How do you know this? I'm not doubting you. I'm simply curious as to how a detective of the RCM
No puedes dudar de mí, Kim. Soy un
knows how to
total.
think this.
No se formó en una iglesia, la iglesia se formó en torno a
Of
él.
course! A pine wood sarcophagus, or a containment facility of some kind, built by the first settlers.
En efecto, actuando a un nivel instintivo, o con prácticas religiosas caídas en el olvido.
I have considered the same.
Eso es
The
interesante.
bad news is, there were 7 pinewood churches built in the first decade of provincial settlement. Most of them were burnt down during the revolution, or repurposed before, during the suzerain. I'm not saying all of them have one in them, but
Some of them might. A black grain hanging in the air.
Todos los negocios fallidos en la zona comercial maldita. Todos los fracasos en Martinez.
you think the presence of that puncture has somehow influenced the outcome of events here? Even say software development?
Hola, buenas. Tenemos un ratito por acá, dice Eric. ¿Cómo ando yo? ¿Qué tal va el disco? Yo ando tranqui. Un poquito de cansancio normal por haber madrugado, pero bien. Puede durar lo que duró siempre. Me quedan hora y media, 2 horas de stream, así que vamos bien. Disco Elysium, pues me queda buscar a esta señorita Ruby. Tengo que ir explorando un poco toda esta zona costera para encontrarla, que básicamente creo que es lo único que me queda a nivel principal. Después tengo un par de otras misiones secundarias todavía pendientes, pero no creo que llegue a hacerlas en esta playthrough, sinceramente. Hoy de por sí no quedó mucho, o sea, no hice mucho hasta ahora. Fallé una tirada de 97% de éxito, porque esa es mi suerte. Encontré una bala en mi habitación, en mi casucha, digamos, guardada, esa casucha en la aldea pesquera. Y nada más.
She already made up her mind when she heard it. Some kind of great and uncaring force had to play a part. It wasn't only them.
Sí, hasta la revolución tocó su fin aquí. Me refiero a una especie de historia antroponética. Todos los negocios y ideologías fracasadas. Está claro que aquí algo va mal. Nos estamos dando palos de ciego. La gente se basta y se sobra para fracasar por su propia cuenta. No, vamos con el segundo.
I told the producers we need to go and move to a normal office building with amenities. But no, the artists like the milieu, the writers like the history. I told them.
O sea, es cómico porque fallé esa de 97%, pero acerté esta de acá de 17%, que era hacerlo de la teoría del pad sobre el pálido. Sobre el agujero de 2 centímetros. Milímetros, no me acuerdo. Podría informar sobre esto a las personas que siguen trabajando allí. Podrían verse afectadas.
You mean Play Sons and the Dice Maker? There was almost no one left when we packed up.
Es filosófico, hoy traigo preguntas de la vida. Sí, es la mejor suerte de toda suerte que el universo te ama. Sí, el universo, la posta del universo me ama igualmente. O sea, sí, si querés hacerme preguntas, haceme. Si puedo contestarlas, las contesto. Ambas me hacen saber.
Then go tell them.
Oh, en serio. Creo que ya había pensado en esto como en teoría, así como lo sé.
An amateur anthropomorphic police officer. I'd like to say I've heard stranger things, but I'm not sure. This is a half a guess, however. Well worded, I might add.
Yes, it is very interesting. But I wouldn't say you know. This is a guess. One that's going to have to be proved by anthropometric scientists.
Algún día, todo el mundo será como ese agujero de 2 milímetros.
She falls silent. The wind blows in through the hole in the stained glass window, cold and moist.
Como tengo que ver con las dos, qué paja.
I'm going to leave that out. But the rest, some of this I can use to start to explain this to the rest of the team. Maybe I'll sound mad, but...
Man, you will certainly sound mad.
One more thing. Maybe a club for anodic music isn't the worst thing you can erect around this particular point in space.
Incluso es el único que mantiene unido este lugar con el resto de la realidad.
I wouldn't go so far as to...
Yeah! Once the light is on in the universe, it will never go out!
Thank you. Let's leave it at that, shall we? We have an anthropomorphic detection to perform in this district.
Venga, te dejaré trabajar tranquilo. Cabeza de huevo, ¿vos sabés algo sobre el Ruby?
Good morning! Yeah!
No.
Hardcore!
Escarabajo de la corteza no parece intencional, es algún tipo de grabado antiguo. Vale, lo que vos digas, no sé qué está hablando. A ver, ¿hay algo por acá? La trampita de mierda. Nada por aquí. Nada por allá porque eso yo ya interactué. Otra trampita de mierda. No, no parece que hubiera nada más por acá. A ver acá. Una puerta, un edificio, un lugar oculto. Por estar dentro. Y pero no puedo hacer nada más que esto.
Yes?
Nada. Esto no puedo hacer mucho.
A row of ghostly shades facing the
No, esta
corner,
vez yo ya lo hice, no tiene nada.
with another 7 shades standing
¿Quién era
10
quién esta
meters
gente?
from them.
¿Quién era quién
A
esta
single
discusión?
I don't know. I don't know who died here, lined up beside that horrible wall. It could have been any of the parties involved in the revolution. Perhaps the ones executed here were the loyalist conservatives, killed by the communists at the start of the Civil War. Or it could have been the communists, put to death during the last stretch of the conflict by the
¿Y si el
coalition
personal de
forces.
Felco o los revolucionarios se apropiaron de sus jueces efectivos?
Another likely scenario.
Or maybe
Gente de la coalición, los llamamos moralistas.
Yeah. It's very unlikely the coalition forces were the ones who died here. They were always the last ones against the wall. To be honest, if a coalition member was anyone in this situation, it was a commandant, the superior giving the orders.
a cold sea wind blows
¿Cómo
away
podemos mejorar la
the
electrónica
figures.
para volver a intentarlo escuchar el video?
Behind this building, the other one, once filled with engineers and
ahí te leo,
designers
Eric,
of
dame un segundo.
Feld Electric, now collapsed and dead, but for some rats. You feel drawn, for some reason, to the faded mural again. A row of ghostly shades
No,
facing
esto ya
a
lo hice.
crumbling wall.
No sé por qué
With
interpreté
another
que
7
voy a volver a
shades
interactuar con
stand a cold sea behind this building.
Ok, electroquímica, vamos a mejorar. ¿Qué tal, usuario 328? ¿Todo bien? Ok, me tiró una adivinanza. Soy un poco duro pero no irrompible. Tengo cuello pero no cabeza. ¿Qué soy? Yo con las adivinanzas nunca fui el mejor del mundo. Duro pero no irrompible, tengo cuello pero no cabeza. Sos... una botella de vidrio. A ver, ¿qué me decía Eric? Frank, ¿qué opinas de las infidelidades? Más allá de lo desgraciado que es, hablo sobre el propósito de la gente por hacerlo. Por cierto, todo parece muy psicodélico, recordó Fallout. Contexto de mi pregunta. A una amiga le fueron infiel y pues su ex en ese momento embarazó otra... ¿Qué? Embarazó a otra chica pero quería criar el bebé con la novia actual, o sea, con mi amiga. ¿Qué verga le pasa al mundo? ¡Ja! ¡La tiene! ¡Era una botella! ¡Vamos! ¡Soy un genio! Me gustó esta, estuvo buena. Por cierto, esta escena se ve bellísima. Se nota el choque de intereses en la vida misma que lleva la aniquilación en las masas. A ver, a una amiga le fueron infiel y su ex embarazó a otra chica pero quería creer con la novia actual. Dios. Mira, yo lo que puedo interpretar de por qué muchas veces la gente es infiel es porque carece de algo en la relación actual que está teniendo. Ese algo puede variar mucho. La verdad que eso sí depende de cada quien. Son temas muy concretos. Sinceramente, obviamente me parece que está mal, que no hay... No es justificable, en lo más mínimo, en la vida real. Pero yo creo que todo siempre surge por algo, entonces... Aunque puede ser que carezca de algo en particular y por eso caiga en esa infidelidad. Ya la parte lo de criar el bebé que tuvo con alguien más con la novia actual es ya eso sí es estar mal de la cabeza, porque tipo sí será en parte tu hijo, pero a su vez no puedes separarlo de la madre real que tiene. Es cualquier cosa, la verdad. Es machismo puro eso. Ok, otra adivinanza. Soy duro pero no irrompible, soy vital para cualquiera. Sorry. Soy duro pero no irrompible, soy vital para cualquier animal. ¿Qué soy? Duro pero no irrompible, vital para cualquier animal. ¿El esqueleto? No se me ocurre otra cosa en este momento. ¿Qué podría ser? Ah, pero puedo volver a intentar esto. A ver, el bien. Vamos a hablar con el bien.
The once bright mural towers above you, saying, Feld Electrical, R&D. Tomorrow is
Escalofrío,
just
sé lo
a
que tiene que
whisper
mejorar. ¿Qué
away.
mejore? Uy, pará. La tercera pierna, ok, no. No, la cagué, no era esto lo que tenía que mejorar. Tenía que mejorar escalofríos, era no electroquímica. No sé la verdad que puede ser. ¿Qué puede ser? ¿Usuario 328? ¿Qué era? ¿Te fuiste? No me dejes con la duda, hermano.
A row of ghostly shades facing a crumbling wall. With another 7 shades.
I don't know. Perhaps the one... Another likely scenario.
Or maybe...
Yeah. To be honest, if a coalition member...
A code behind this build.
Era escalofrío lo que tengo que mejorar. Alright. Un árbol. Ok. Por ahí le falta... ese por ahí podría haber sido un poquito más específico en algún detallito, pero está bien igual, está bien igual. No se me hubiera ocurrido lo del árbol. Gracias, usuario. Tu visita va a ser recordada.
The once bright mural towers above you, saying, Feld Electrical, R&D. Tomorrow, suddenly, there's a sigh, carried on the molecules around you, moving, flowing from high pressure to low pressure, like that of a woman emptying her lungs. She wraps the collapsing stone box in front of you in her breath, flowing through it.
Hablando con el viento. ¿Dónde llego?
In through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase to the basement, sweeping away footprints in the dust on the stairs, and then the beach below the boardwalk, its winding tunnels, a whisper away.
¿Qué está pasando?
She's down there.
Creo que está ahí abajo, bajo el edificio.
Okay. Why?
Me lo ha dicho el viento.
So, how do we get in there? The doors were on the collapsed side of this building. They're gone, basically.
Subimos y entramos por el techo.
Finally, my time to shine.
¡Soy un genio! Hay una escalera junto al cartel. A lo mejor podemos ir por ella y entrar por el tejado.
Perhaps you can climb them. We are not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old, and I plan to live to 70.
Oh, dale,
there
que
has to be a way
onda.
to use brute force. Climbing sounds unsafe. Brute force is safe. Look around and find something to break if the ladder fails.
Ok, vamos a guardar. ¿Qué me pusiste, Eric? Tienes razón, aún así siento que las personas son un poquito cobardes al no querer terminar todo, quizás indecisas. Es un tema complejo y me puse a pensar que tiene sus cosas complejas. O sea, sí, hay muchas cosas complejas en general de todo. Me parece que Elysium es un buen juego en el cual por ahí hablar de este tipo de temáticas, por el simple hecho que es un juego más intelectual en cierta medida, entonces se presta el ambiente a que hablemos de una cosa así por un momento. Sí, es una mezcla de cosas, ese miedo al compromiso, es miedo a la responsabilidad, es falta de responsabilidad, creerse de que por ahí te puedes ir con la tuya, entonces que si estás con alguien puedes estar con... O sea, como que dejarte llevar por tus instintos carnales y por más que estás con alguien como, esta está re buena o este está re bueno y quiero también estar con esta otra persona y el no poder justamente asentarse con una sola pareja. Ya Kim ha visto tantas vainas locas de detective y que ahora le dice que se lo dijo el viento y le sabe a culo, lo ignora. Estaba esperando que jugaras disco por esto mismo, esto no encaja con el Doom. Es más, mira la respuesta con ese soundtrack, estás en tu momento. Uff, mal, boludo. Este es mi soundtrack favorito de todo el juego, justamente es el del menú. Te falta un mate en la mano para ponerte más filósofo. Y mira, el mate lo tengo guardado, o sea, yo no tomo, lo toma mi viejo, pero sí. Oh, c'est la vie, c'est l'amour. Que para mí es justo algo más ahí arriba. Por cierto, le envío saludos a mi prima Rosa Melano. Rosa Melano, te mando un saludo muy grande. Espero que Rosa Melano sea muy feliz en este día. Me encanta Rosa Melano. No se me ocurre igual una forma bien cómica de usar esa frase justamente para que quede mejor, pero... Y seguir tratándola como si fuera una persona, pero bueno. Jaja Fanny XD, mijo. Jaja Fanny XD. O yo me mando por la escalera. Yo no le tengo miedo a nada.
A rusty ladder leads to the rooftop. Some of the rungs are missing.
Yeah, that doesn't look good at all.
The distances between the remaining rungs are rather wide. You'd have to use the mounting brackets. However, they seem corroded and the peeling rust is razor sharp. In addition, the first rung is going to be tough to reach. It's what, 3 meters above the ground? And you're 180?
180 parece correcto.
Not to mention that the roof is collapsing and the wind gets pretty brutal up there. Dismounting from the ladder is going to be hard. Perhaps if you were to not climb the ladder. Instead,
nah.
What if you were to reconceptualize climbing the ladder? Astral projection. Be open-minded.
¿Y si no escalo? ¿Y si me teletransporto?
Teleportation is not a thing.
El cliente te mira fijamente impávido. Vamos, ¿qué? ¿Dónde está tu espíritu aventurero? El teletransporte es una opción, solo que hay que concentrarse mucho. No me haría de probar.
Okay, let's say teleportation is a thing. Wouldn't you need some kind of scientific apparatus to create a teleportation field? You can't just do it without apparatus.
What are they talking about?
El pendejo no tiene nada.
Teleportation, Mikael. It's generally thought impossible.
No me haría daño probar.
Oh yes, it could hurt a lot.
He is restraining himself from using a parental tone with you right now.
Pará, jodeme. 58% de chance de teletransportarme al tejado. Pasa que Kim no es de mente abierta.
All you need to do is close your eyes and concentrate. Darkness enfolds you. You can feel the distance between the bench and the first rung of the ladder. All you need to is...
do it.
Zoot, zap, pow, crinkle. It's like magic. You feel yourself disappear. Your atoms fading out of existence.
Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Bam! You find yourself on the roof, having mastered the art of physical displacement.
Lo he conseguido, que me he teletransportado.
I just saw you climb the ladder. You just climbed it, like a regular person.
No, Kim, no me la bajes así.
The wind at the top of the building starts howling loudly, blowing away the lieutenant's voice. Faintly you hear.
Never mind. Find a way to let me in when you get inside. Don't go adventuring with a backup, especially if we think the suspect may be hiding here.
Bro, genial. Una amiga de soporte central de historia causa el fuego de artillería. Yo sabía que algo podía hacer acá, porque esa marquita en la escalera la veía gris desde acá abajo desde hacía varios streams. So, it's finally here. Cae en piedra, se ve una buena caída. Qué tétrico. El cristal está cubierto de mugre y polvo, apenas se distingue el exterior. Oh, una nota. Postal Martínez en 98. Ok, pues sigamos bajando. El nadador estaba en su prime. Sí, boludo. Debería sacar la linterna. El derrumbamiento casi se lleva al sótano, apenas se puede cruzar. Ok, si me dice que tengo que sacar la linterna es porque podría sacar la linterna. Mobiliario del edificio anticuado, del siglo pasado tal vez. Derribado y olvidado desde hace mucho tiempo. Una mesa volcada cubierta de moho naranja, rebosante de algo. El carro está lleno de carpetas antiguas y documentos cubiertos de moho. Un montón de paneles de cristal gruesos y polvorientos. Oh, chaqueta de traje intersoliaria. Mira qué lindo. Hola, Kim.
Two rusty metal plates that slide apart form a crude door. It's been here under the boardwalk for a while.
Who's there?
What do you mean, who's there? It's me, Kim. Stop playing around and help me get it all open.
Empujar las placas a los lados para abrir la puerta. Hola, Kim.
The doors seem to be on rails, but they've gotten jammed. You grab a side and put some strength into prying it open. With the help of your partner, the two metal panels slide open with a creak.
Huh. I hope no one dangerous heard that.
¿Cómo llegaste aquí?
After you climbed up to the roof, you mean? There's a maintenance entrance under the boardwalk. It's next to a drain pipe, possibly a storm drain. It was easy to miss before.
He's quite proud of himself.
Entrar mantenimiento, qué petonal.
Yes. It's cool to risk your life climbing rickety ladders. Anyway, let's investigate this passage.
Que yo cerré yo. Hice una patada giratoria para derrotar al señor ese. Oh. Esta es la parte de afuera entonces. Cool. Por cierto, ¿no sientes que los personajes tienen tanto carisma que realmente se sienten vivos en el sentido de que realmente terminas tomándole cariño? Sí, es que la caracterización de este juego y el writing es, la verdad que es espectacular en ese sentido. Porque posta yo como jugador literalmente interactúo con Kim. Le estoy queriendo hablar a Kim. Lo tomo como si fuera una persona. Está muy bien hecho todo este juego. Ah, mira. Gorro revolucionario. Ollas y platos polvorientos cubiertos de telarañas. Hay propaganda revolucionaria en la litera, folletos y panfletos antiguos. Es la misma ventana estrecha que viste desde el exterior. Huele a rancio y tejido viejo. Hace meses y no años que aquí no duerme nadie.
A mustachioed and mutton-chopped man, amateurishly
Como el
depicted,
retrato de Karl Marx,
gazes at you with
básicamente.
sad eyes. The plaque reads, K. Mazov. There is a spiderweb in the lower left corner of the portrait. Years worth of dust is shaken off. The full head of hair, matched by an ample moustache and sideburns, look a bit silly. Someone crouches, heels digging into wet sand. Hands sweep across the sand. Grains stick into the frayed skin of the fingertips. An old man sits on a slab of concrete and taps his fingers against the glass of a scope. You shudder.
Mira que me hace camarada más.
Yes, I can see that. Looks like some communists were hiding out here. They left a long time ago.
¿Podría estar relacionado con el busto de Mazov que encontramos en la habitación del estudiante?
Millions of depictions of Mazov have been produced. They're not all connected. Besides, that looked like some student. The youths always go for this kind of stuff.
Eso es cierto. Por cierto, 3 cosas. ¿Conoces al juego de los pasaportes? Sí, Papers, Please lo conozco, lo tengo. No lo he jugado todavía. Obviamente tengo pensado jugarlo en algún momento en stream. Lo conocí por mi amigo, por Vina justamente. Él lo jugó primero que yo. Lo conocí de ahí, me ha comentado un poquito, he visto un poquito. También algún que otro stream de alguna VTuber también he visto algún que otro clip del juego. Y juego curioso, juego peculiar se nota. ¿Conoces un juego como llamado Please Don't Touch Anything? Sí, también lo jugó mi amigo Vina. Es más, lo tenía en su casa y lo jugué un poquito en su propia casa. Ahí, vi un par de las opciones nomás que tiene de endings, digamos. También se veía como un juego bastante interesante en ese sentido, ¿no? Como esos juegos gimmicky, pero que son igual como llamativos. Creo que conseguí el final de literalmente no tocar nada y uno que hacía una especie de bomba y destruía todo. Aquí hay todos esos garijos de armas y búnkeres secretos.
We have found a lot of those lately. I guess what most people think of as history tends to linger in rundown neighborhoods. Martinez being what it is, no one has gone through the trouble of cleaning out the old bunkers. Half a century? This was probably part of the network of defense posts the communards built against the amphibious landing. I think the purpose of this bunker was to produce propaganda. It would have had radio equipment back then, but that's all been looted.
¿Por qué debería mudarme aquí? Parece acogedor.
I won't stand in your way, but only after we're through with this case.
¿Alguien podría haberse quedado por aquí hace poco?
You mean like Ruby? No, I think we've stumbled on a piece of history.
Okay. ¿Qué más hay acá? A la luz de la linterna descubre su linterna en la pared. Y finalmente un acertijo. Si un hombre hace un agujero en 1 hora y 2 hombres hacen 2 agujeros en 2 horas, ¿cuánto tiempo tarda una persona en hacer medio agujero? Un hombre hace un agujero en 1 hora. 2 hombres, 2 agujeros en 2 horas. ¿Cuánto tiempo tarda una persona en hacer medio agujero? No sé si se considera un acertijo esto, pero es que me parece que es una pregunta con trampa. Porque un agujero sigue siendo un agujero, no importa la profundidad que tenga. Entonces, o tarda lo mismo, o la simple matemática es que tarda media hora. Ah, ¿ves? La atiné. Era una pregunta con trampa. Estoy en un momento Big Brain. Oh, huellas. Hay algo en el aire, un zumbido, es un zumbido antinatural. Hay huellas, che. Huellas de botas en la arena. Una de las suelas parece más desgastada que la otra. Ah, como las que estuvo en el coso. El streamer en su prime. No va a durar mucho mi prime, che. El túnel está derrumbado, tendrás que encontrar otro camino. Vale. El zumbido se está haciendo más fuerte. Sí, lo noto. Oh.
There it is again, like a swarm of hornets buzzing under your scalp. A strange tingling you can almost Smell.
Teniente, ¿sientes algo?
No. What do you mean?
Un dolor en nuestro amigo.
I don't feel it, but we should still be careful. There were footprints back there, and I'm pretty sure they were fresh.
Yo también he visto huellas con la suela derecha desgastada.
Looks like our suspect. If she's in here, we need to plan our next step carefully.
¿Qué quieres decir?
Once we detain a credible suspect, who knows what the Union and the Wild Pines will do? We'll set in motion events we have no control over.
Keep calm. Go over the whole situation in detail.
Hemos averiguado el plan de Brad para tomar el puerto. Quizá deberíamos informar a Joy sobre esto.
I leave that to your judgment. You already know what I think about cross-pollinating information like this. It's dangerous, but...
He just can't be sure. Maybe it will yield something useful.
¿Crees que lo que sea que pase afectará a nuestros criptozoólogos?
You mean Morel? I don't see how cryptozoology and murder investigation are connected. But the situation in the city will get tense for everyone.
If it gets that tense, the amateur zoologists might not be able to do their job.
¿Cómo de mal crees que se pueden poner las cosas?
Well, we are not responsible for what we can't predict, are we? I don't think the entire city will be razed to the ground.
Let's try not to worry, he thinks. If you can't predict it, there's nothing you could have done.
¿Qué crees que nos espera ahí?
I think I see a cavern. Maybe more cellars? I think we've been careful enough. We still have the element of surprise.
Si el búnker al que no puedo acceder conecta con esto?
I wouldn't be so sure. You haven't exactly been sneaking.
Or maybe not. Either way, once we go deeper, there will be no turning back.
Qué raro. Un tubo de hormigón enterrado en polvo y arena. Oh, mira. Polar. Vale. Platita. Más platita. Nice. Si puedes jugarlo, te metes en papel con el de los pasaportes y haces como si no te importaran los inmigrantes y tiras comentarios como no importa que tu familia te haya esperado 7 años. Sí, el Paper Play se ve muy divertido.
Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. Aggressive white noise fills your skull. A strange pain like you've never felt before. Through the static, you hear a woman's voice.
What is it?
It's like 1,000 radio stations are being blasted into your head all at once. But her words are the only ones you can make out.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it worse. Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not to make your acquaintance. But here we are.
The voice coming through the whirlwind of pain is not malicious. She doesn't want to hurt you, but she has to. Doesn't wish to hurt you, not according to your ear canals. Wait, no, not even your ear canals. This is going directly into your...
Y es cuando le metes un balazo, así de una, así sin pensarlo.
Sí, sí.
Por el reflejo, y como...
No, buddy, that's not going to help. You can't shield yourself from this. It's an entirely new type of experience. Way worse than all the previous ones. Don't focus on the pain. Focus on doing your job. Tell her she's under arrest.
¿Vas a matarme a mí también?
No, I'm not going to fucking kill you. If that had been my plan, you'd be dead already. I'm using a pale latitude compressor. You and your partner have been caught in its field.
Blasted from that pale emitter that Angus mentioned.
Hola, ¿cómo? Oh, Godzilla, ¿cómo estás, querido? Veo que estás en medio de un Sharknado. Básicamente, me atraparon con ondas neuronales. Vi tus ecuaciones, esto es la frecuencia Ulan.
Saw my equations? You've been sniffing through my lorry, right? I expected as much. I am a bit surprised you knew what you were looking at.
¿Qué son estos números?
You should probably check on Tim. That's what good partners do.
Gira la cabeza para mirar aquí.
Right behind you, officer.
The torment Lieutenant Kitsuragi is experiencing is worse than your own, but he's slowly beginning to recover.
A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of make the pale more manageable. With a lot of these, you can force a radio signal grid on the pale, literally crunch the distance across it.
¿Y por qué me estás diciendo esto?
Signals are relayed across a series of repeater stations fixed to buoys. Not a fun job manning those stations. All alone out there in the pale, people lose their minds in just a few years.
No me interesa, para.
What we are experiencing is a concentration of radio waves.
Precisely. This is an industrial strength paraboloid. It's meant for forcing dimensions on something that doesn't have them.
Ese es el típico momento en el que el villano está explicando cómo funciona la mierda que está utilizando a los héroes. The one there's no need.
At the upper limit is the large prime number generator station. It's used specifically for pale latitude compression. That's why you may be hearing some numbers. But you might also hear, or think you're hearing, local radio chatter.
La verdad de pregunta es qué haría Kuno en un momento así. Kuno diría, I don't give a fuck.
She's been holed up in here for a while with no one to talk to.
Kuno doesn't give a fuck.
And you just might get an opportunity to break loose.
Que hace la mala empieza a monologar. Sí, lo del momento típico fue. Todo está muy bien, pero hablemos del hombre asesinado.
Yeah, let's not talk about that shit. You were hunting me and fell into my trap instead. That's all there is to say about it.
¿Lo has experimentado en tus carnes?
Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it on you. It seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoyed it. The field was weaker, but I can imagine what you're going through.
Mira, no sé qué estás escribiendo, señor Jesús, pero chao. Bye bye Jesús, no sé qué estás haciendo, pero tu spam al dentro del bolsillo. ¿No puedo borrar igual la notificación de eso? Se ve que no. Bueno, no importa. ¿Cómo le echaste el guante al guasón? ¡Ay, qué lindo! Jesús quería que lo aceptaras en tu corazón. Pero con código Morse, no, así no funciona esto.
That's illegal. I'm guessing it's patented, but we are beyond that, aren't we?
Oh yeah, way beyond.
¿Me quedaré así para siempre?
No. Once I shut down the compressor, the pain will end. It may take a few minutes for you to steady yourself, though. It's a bit like waking out of a very confusing dream.
Vale. Por Dios, dejen las drogas. ¿Podrías bajarlo para que pueda preguntarte algo? Se escucha música.
If you've got something really important to say, you can do it through the white noise.
Turn this.
God damn it. Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also got a gun, by the way.
Gracias por decirme.
She's carrying a two-barreled front loader. Remain careful. Well, it doesn't feel much better, but you can form sentences now. Thinking doesn't seem to hurt as much. Just keep her talking, and you'll get through this.
¿Puedo decir que me sale? Destruir la máquina. Con la espada. Yo lo que tenía equipado era la espada. Jódeme que con la espada puedo destruirla.
You did it. The compressor lies broken on
¿Y por qué la pendeja se quedó quieta mientras yo hacía todo eso? Usa la teletransportación.
But
Queda
she
retenido.
looks at the machine, assessing the damage. Her
Pendeja.
hand trembles.
Oh, fuck it.
¿Qué? ¡No! Vaya, se acercó en cámara lenta y nadie se movió. Convencía para viajar el arma.
You should know the words to say.
No.
You've been here yourself. So why is it not coming to you?
Quedo aquí plantado como un pasmarote.
Because you've been going around pointing a gun at yourself, trying to answer the same question in vain. Her finger squeezes the trigger now.
Pero no merece morir así.
A smirk crosses her face as she watches you stand there.
Limao.
Mute. Then she exhales sharply, shakes her head, and pulls the trigger.
Es una pelotuda, Ruby.
You watch as her brains trickle out through her neon hair.
Oh god. Fuck. Lo que pasa es que usó la técnica del hombre nuclear. Qué impresionada de tus movimientos ninja. Es que no me vio con todos los efectos drogones eso.
Get a hold of yourself. He needs your support now too.
What have we
Our
done?
job. It went really bad. And now we need to
No pudo con el estilo Neutron. No, ¿qué decís?
She died. How can he be so cold?
No la pude disuadir.
Lieutenant Yefreitor Dubois, control your emotions. We did our job. This won't be the worst thing that happens on this case, believe me. You can't let this break you.
There is no coming back from this one. It will stay with you in nightmares.
Es culpa nuestra.
We are cops. Everything is our fault if we let it be.
¿Y ahora qué?
We clean up. It may take days for processing to pick up her body. We need to move it somewhere. That tent there.
¿En serio se mató esta pelotuda? Yo no te puedo creer. Le acabamos de pisar el cadáver, boludo. What the fuck. El vuelo del pimentero Nacho y H80. Salud. El agua oscura se pierde en la distancia, no hay salida. Utensilio con ciencia preparar unas gachas con plátano. Oh, plata. Nice.
The plain red
Tiene
tent
ventilador.
stands by dispassionately.
Yo que tú la tiro al río aprovechando.
You see a rolled up sleeping bag and personal belongings.
Estás pisando la evidencia. Sí, ¿no?
We should put her in the sleeping bag, so the rats don't get to her.
Vale,
The
tranquilo.
lieutenant nods. There she lies, cocooned in the sleeping bag, surrounded by empty cigarette packs, books, and half-read magazines.
No puedo creer, boludo. Tanta investigación para que la tipa se termine
You should
matando.
look through them.
Alumbrar los libros y revistar con las linternas.
Assorted soft covers, mostly pulp horror. A motor carriage lies buried in the snow on one cover. On another, a ghost airship. You also see a collection of radio enthusiast magazines.
Pero yo que está en el saco tira el R. No, pará, eso va contra el trabajo.
Rager Monthly, Journal of Material Science. More Technological Digest. One of the magazines doesn't have images on the cover. It's not a magazine, it's a leather notebook. You pocket the worn brown leather journal. She watches by, motionless.
Gracias, sí, está
We
mirando
should read
claramente.
this immediately, like right now.
Alright. Let's see what this is. Pistolita, ropita, interactuar, aquí. Interior de
A
Ruby.
thick journal. The cover is worn like someone used to carry it around in their back pocket.
Ya que la tía murió, ¿qué vas a investigar ahora? Y calculo que, o sea, este diario y no sé, we'll see. Examina la
It's
portada.
made of full grain leather. The lower left corner of the back cover sports an embossed brand name, Schneller. This was important to her when it was still hers.
Desenrollar la correa.
The journal falls open. About 2/3 of its ruled pages have been filled.
Estudia la escritura.
The large cursive of someone who writes quickly and confidently, perhaps too confidently. Many phrases and even paragraphs have been crossed out, with tiny corrections scrawled above.
Yo suelo
and
hacer
in the
eso.
margin.
Pasar las páginas.
It's a mix of logistical notes, diagrams, and personal reflections, all dated.
We could learn a lot from this.
¿Qué tipo de logística?
Hard to tell exactly. It's mostly noted down in code. Looks like contact information, quantities, directions.
Investigas cómo hacer que esa muerte no haga que te bajen de rango. Yo sigo apoyándolo del río. Lleva el diario a la tienda de empeño de Rick y todo tiene vacaciones. No lo sé, Rick. Parece falso.
There could be useful information about local operations in those notes. We have a junior sergeant at my station who's good with codes. I can give this to her after we finish this.
Professionalism is his coping mechanism. Esoteric radio technology. The most recent ones probably pertain to the latitude compressor, sketches, calculations of distance and density. You make out a familiar spiral shape.
Algo personal.
Short, wry observations of people and places. Probably a way to pass the time on the road. Also, what appears to be attempts to sort through some difficult decisions. There are a few passages with many questions in them. Staff issues. Always tough on the leadership. You smell traces of betrayal. The first entry is from August 2nd of last year. It reads simply, I know my position is precarious. All I can do is make myself as useful as I can while looking for a way out. Remember, no one is indispensable.
¿Qué escribió el día que murió Lely?
Nothing on March 4th. March 5th, though, well, that's bound to come back and bite me in the ass. I'm bad at this. Loyal to a fault. But that's another matter entirely. You have no idea what she means. These are personal notes. Don't expect to understand all of it.
En realidad sí lo sé, pero bueno. ¿Cuánto ganarías por un cuerpo fresquito? Creo que eso te daría partirte de la isla y unas buenas chelas. Dicen que los riñones salen caros. Dude, chill, ¿qué estás diciendo? ¿Qué crees que se lo venda al mercado negro? Dejate de joder. ¿Cuál es la trama reciente?
The most recent entry is from today. It reads, even when I leave here, if I leave here alive, what's my next move? Staging a lynching is a crime, even if I'm not accused of murder on top of that. Forever on the run. Not really my idea of the open road. Man, I was really looking forward to winning.
Como diría Jack, vamos por parte. Oh, Jack el Destripador.
I don't think she killed the mercenary. It looks like she might have been framed. Too bad we didn't really get to hear her side of the story.
Se lo vendes a Rick, tú eres un policía honesto que apoya la economía local. Ay, Dios.
This whole thing was a detour, and a fatal one, he thinks.
Wait, fuck, ella no lo
Don't get
mató.
emotional.
¿Sí que murió para nada?
She was in plenty of trouble, even without the murder charge. Still, it's a nasty business.
Entonces, ¿quién crees que mató al mercenario?
Could have been Titus. Then again...
No sé.
Either way, we need to keep an eye on him. Somewhere along the way, we might have been fed a lie or two.
Justo vamos a ver una escena estilo Doom. Yo hago que todos los juegos sean estilo Doom.
One thing is for certain. We have business back in the whirling in rags. Questions to ask. We should get to it.
I can't believe this. I can't fucking believe this, bro, o sea.
The plain red.
Bueno, eso salió bien. ¿Verdad, Kim?
Bratan! Now is the time!
¿La hora de qué?
Oh, you will see.
Jódeme que quiere que me tome el alcohol ese en serio.
Pass the spirits! The blue medicinal spirits! Grab the bottle and uncork it! It is time to unleash the other world!
Espera, ¿ahora acaba de morir una mujer y tú estás pensando en juerga?
Bratan! Life and death are inseparable! There's a party when you're born, a party every year to celebrate that birth, and a party when you're put in the ground!
¿Te imaginas que al final el malo es Kim? Plot twist más pete, te dice algo tipo, se me escapó una bala y bueno, todo se me salió de las manos.
Yeah? What's the problem here?
Why shouldn't there be a party when you die? And besides, this isn't even about that. You have no idea what this is about. This is gonna be so off the hook. It's gonna be off all hooks.
Vamos a destapar la botella.
The bottle opens with a silent, mysterious hiss. The fumes rising from its mouth are as crisp as the northern winds.
El detective más psicótico que el criminal.
Howling somewhere, lashing the boardwalk with brine and rain. An ancient warmth crawls under your skin.
Now, Bratan, take me off.
No sé qué se puede hacer.
Bratan, have I ever lied to you? Just take me off.
Okay, quítate la corbata.
Your fingers manage to undo the oily knot, and the necktie slides off. It looks so frail sitting there in your hand, weighing almost nothing.
¿Ahora qué?
Now, put me in the bottle.
¿Por qué?
Trust me! Just trust me! You and I are gonna have so much fun it should be illegal!
Sospecho que es lo que
Just put me in the bottle, Bratan! I'm not gonna let you down! You and I are like the same person!
Meter la corbata en la botella.
As the necktie slides into the purifying liquid, large stains of grease rise off from it and float to the surface. There, they quickly dissolve and disappear completely. Cleansed by the blue spirit fire of 98.7% pure alcohol, the fabric looks almost new again. No longer like a disgusting worm of the lower intestine, but like a colorful and deadly poisonous reef snake of the Insulindian Ocean. The necktie floats in the bluish liquid with almost unearthly grace. There is silence. The lieutenant has been observing you quietly all this time.
¿Quién me vio que yo metí mi corbata dentro de una botella de alcohol?
He's struggling to keep silent, but finally seems to give up.
I've got to ask, what are you doing?
No tengo ni idea, pero me muero por averiguarlo. Oh, en mi familia, cuando alguien muere, metemos una prenda de vestir una botella como señal de respeto eterno.
That makes absolutely no sense. But I guess every family has its own traditions. Let us not linger. We have a great big mess to figure out.
What the fuck? Prepárate, Bratan. ¿Qué carajo es esto? Bomba etílica. Equipala con... ¡Ah! ¡Es una bomba etílica literal! Teoría espiritual hacia la pista de baile. Tu cuerpo fue tranquilamente en un equipo medicinal azul. Como tiene un 98.7% de alcohol, esta bomba de energía es extremadamente inflamable y deberías mantenerla alejada de cualquier llama. Tenías razón, boludo. Hizo una bomba de molotov. ¿Para qué carajo voy a citar esto? Dile que la corbata... Oh, ya está, ya no le dije eso. Me pregunto qué otras áreas más tengo que buscar para averiguar lo del disparo, boludo, porque... Ya estuve explorando un montón y no vi nada. No, por acá no. Para lo del supuesto, para analizar lo del posible disparo. Más por acá, supongo, más dentro de la aldea capaz. Señora. Lo siento, pero la mujer se
Our
inició.
cannon, the police.
No le puedo decir.
I hope the waves.
Vale, no le puedo decir nada. A ver, ¿puedo hacer algo acá adentro? No, nada. Nada por aquí. Mi auto. Mi dulce auto. No olvidando algo en la escena del crimen, va a empezar a doler. No, es que justamente tengo que avisar de que está el cadáver ahí después. Yo dije que la tiraría en el río. De paso que si retrocedes y te fijas, se ve en el video de que le dejaron una mano por fuera. Menos mal que las ratas la van a respetar. Sí. Sí, como para que se vea que hay un cadáver, viste lo de la manita. Eso va a terminar bien. Bueno, no encontré ninguna otra cosa para analizar lo de los disparos.
Just up ahead. Danger. What you have isn't enough. You'll need more firepower. A ranged weapon.
Dale unos 5 a esa mano.
Water streams down your pry bar. Or crowbar. Or pry bar. Call it what you will. It doesn't stand a chance against military-grade weaponry.
¿Qué debería ser?
Your old friend has prepared you for this, at great cost to himself. Make sure you have the spirit bomb in your hand when shit goes south. You hear what sounds like an enthusiastic gurgling coming from the spirit bomb in your pocket.
No me siento preparado para lo que nos espera.
Then you'd better get ready. Whatever happens, I've got your back.
¿En serio estoy llegando al final? ¿Es el final del juego esto? There's no fucking way.
I'm all out of shits to give, loincloth. Welcome to the fucking reckoning. Put your damn gun down. People are gonna get hurt. We need to talk this through. All right?
What?
Shut up. You're not gonna talk yourself out of this, loincloth shit fuck.
This is the mercenary at the gates. His chest rises and falls under the ceramic breastplate. His fingers reach for the
Che, alto culo que tiene la pendeja esta de acá. El final es que no te abrigues nadie y te metes en una balacera. ¿En serio? O sea, ¿es uno de los finales, supongo? Se me sabe que estaban a entrar de puertas.
There's something very wrong with him.
Es peligroso.
This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened yet. You can just return to your unit and forget all about this.
The Kipt is merciful, willing to spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander. I think we should just kill everyone, Corty.
You are all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street. This isn't a frontier town or a jungle outpost.
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it.
No mueras, Titus.
I know guys like this. I'm sure we can come to a peaceful agreement. Ain't that right, fellas?
Esto no va a terminar bien.
He is facing overwhelmingly superior firepower and
Bueno, yo te avisé igual, Titus.
peaceful. Nest in your abdominal cavity like a little wild mouse. The masked man's words are barely intelligible, but you can hear them.
Fuck, there's the third one. How did we miss something like this?
The lieutenant is genuinely worried for his life. You should consult him before getting in there.
El ganante es el mercenario de las puertas, se viene Esquirol.
If this turns into a firefight, we should take him out first.
¿Qué hacemos?
My plan is not to get killed. But we have to intervene.
Nos acaba el tiempo.
The Mercenary Tribunal.
Larguémonos por ahora sin peleas entre ellos. Coro pacífico le mete un brazo a Tito. Culo fornido y lo golpeando si nunca llegué tan lejos. Te pones entre ellos.
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some justice.
Señor, cerrando los labios de parte que se acuerda más en la multitud. De pronto viene equilibrio y está ya. Está de mal.
He's calmed down a bit. No, he didn't. He's about to open fire.
¿En qué quedamos? ¿Quién tiene razón?
He is. I was wrong.
Pig fuck!
Estás borracho, un paso en falso y te liquido. Tranquilidad, nadie tiene por qué morir hoy. Cruzate de brazos y media palabra.
You. You're probably gonna get killed too. I think I'm gonna kill you. I didn't think I had it in me to kill a cop.
To your left, you hear the lieutenant cock his gun.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk like
Ya guardé
civilized
partida
human
antes de
beings.
mandarme acá igual, no te preocupes.
With a wordless gurgle, the killer loads his long rifle. The leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. Suddenly, the blue medicinal spirit in your hand seems to have a pulsating glow. It feels enticing somehow.
Yes.
All right, end game. Light me on fire and throw me in his face.
Even if it comes to a fight, it's a good idea to get under his skin first. No, please. Peace. It has worked this far. Start with the first idea you have. Move down from that.
Pensar en un argumento. Hablar sobre el ahorcado. Prender la bomba balcón y cancelarse. Tengo muchas opciones. Momento para todo el mundo. Pensar en un argumento, hablar sobre el ahorcado. Tener tu basura. Vamos, ¿sabes qué? Fuck it. Fuck.
You throw the bomb and it's way off.
Bro.
It's a fiasco, Bratan!
Even at this distance, you can still make out the ugly tie suspended in blue liquid. It looks extremely worried.
Lo siento. LOL.
I bet you are!
Perdón, corbata.
Around you,
El ardiente contenedor te necesitas de tirar con un último destello de luz. Se
the
rompe en
sounds
pedazos.
of violence and panic.
El peor poli de tu vida. ¡Hola, Neil! Fallé. Uh-oh.
To your right, the killer raises his rifle and takes aim at you. His moves are steady, but the long barrel of the rifle sways slowly.
Esquivo.
The shot rings and you stumble. Something violently tugs at your shoulder, pushing you backwards with incredible force.
Estoy vivo.
A volcano of burning pain erupts from your left shoulder. The pain flows over your entire body like an awful shock. A grim knowing rises from within. Half of your body must be gone.
Me murió la gran gente. Esquivo, veo mis derechos, no tengo. Veo los de ellos son mejores, me muero.
Dad, please.
Vamos, Kim.
Then, two shots rush to your lungs, and you hear a scream. But you're too hurt to see who got hit.
¿Le da el francotirador?
Blood gushes from the helmet's eye sockets as Rude staggers back, disoriented. The sounds coming from his helmet are not human. An unbelievable shot from the lieutenant.
Bien, Kim. ¿Quién gritó?
Glenn, dying in a puddle of blood behind you. His mangled torso has 2 gunshot wounds. Blood gushes out of them like red geysers. Oh God, watch out. You see 2 cold eyes looking at you through all the smoke and panic, and a pistol raised, aiming at your chest, point blank. Then the man squeezes the trigger.
¡Evado el disparo! ¡Fuck! I think I fucking died, guys.
You can't. There is no time. Something inside your pelvis explodes. Your entire lower body is on fire, and your legs can't support you. You fall down like a rag doll. The pain is too immense to scream. It pushes the air out of your lungs. Everything goes dark. A distant blur as you recede into it.
Escuchar a través de la oscuridad del dolor.
The Hardy Boys are yelling. Someone is running, jumping over you. In the background you hear gunfire shatter glass, and then a man in pain. A familiar sound. It's Titus with a splat like meat. You hear bullets rip into him. His voice, still giving orders, grows fainter. A gurgle. He's not gonna make it. Feels slick and warm with blood. The pain is too strong to know what has happened there. Even clutching to your consciousness takes everything you got. Most of what's down there. You can also feel the bone where the bullet went in. Something very sharp, like broken teeth under your fingers. Nothing. A persisting darkness. Dancing lights of pain. Distant shadows cast by them, like a hellish play.
You're bleeding out.
Oh, Kim, sigue vivo. Vive rápido, muere viejo. Hacer una mueca de dolor. Kim, me he mentido, pero no recuerdo quién soy. Me lo inventé y lo recuerdo todo. Hay una sombra blanca que huele al baricoque, que está siempre ahí. El lobo está en la puerta, Kim, se comerá el sol. Vamos con esta que está de 4 drogados.
Yes, keep talking. Stay awake. Look at me.
But you can't. It's so hard. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the sounds ever more distant. And a cold comes over you. The lieutenant, too, is somewhere far away, almost gone. When suddenly, you sense something behind him. A shadow towering. Someone stands there, raising his pistol at him. The lieutenant does not see it. He's pushing down on your wound with both hands.
No, Kim!
Shoot. Dead. You hear your bloody lips mumble. You try to give him but he does not. He doesn't look into your eyes and see the fear there. He just shakes his head, still crouched over you. You hear a distant gunshot, velvety smooth. A red circle has appeared on the lieutenant's jacket.
What?
It's growing fast. Like a pillow, he falls on you, cold nylon and blood slumped on you as the lights go out. All the lights. The last thing you hear is the sound of his spectacles landing on the pavement next to you.
Don't you fucking dare!
This is death. One more door, baby. One more door.
No, deja de volver hasta la pelea, deja de estar aquí.
Kim, there is no Kim. There is no fight. It's over. It was.
Have mercy on yourself. Take the door.
He's not taking it. His body is not taking it. Oh, God, no. He's not disintegrating. He's swelling up instead. Over the hours. Hurting. Moaning in his sleep.
Did he really fuck up?
And rotting. And being disinfected. And smelling of drugs and feeling saliva in his mouth. drifting in painkillers.
He can't go. Not before the case is solved.
Eso.
There's a radio in the distance. A radio of the world. Playing sounds. Good morning, Elysium. Soon he will return to the world.
Hours turn to days. Soon we will get up again and go through it again. Finally we know what the infernal engine was outside. The clarion call. It was him. He is the infernal engine. He never stops. He only gets worse.
Bueno, calma.
You see Kuno's familiar shape in the frying pants. It turns double, then triple from the pain.
Para ese es el departamento donde me echaron en realidad.
Coinslot's dead?
¿Qué?
You can barely hear him. The pain is so bad.
¿Quién es culo vaso? ¿Qué ha pasado?
Kuno just told you your friend is dead, and you're crying about pain.
What?
That doesn't seem right to Kuno.
¿Murió quién?
Pad was alright. He didn't deserve that shit.
Wow. Kuno's about to take pity on you. That's unexpected.
Nah, Kuno's just lying to you. The fucking boo-boo wagon took 4 hours away. He's probably
Fuck you, Kuno. Sos un hijo de puta, pendejo. ¿A dónde lo llevaron?
To the hospital, fucktard. Should I to keep up with Kuno?
Thank God. Okay, he's alive.
They say you got a lot of people killed. Like half the town. They say you didn't do shit. I guess that's cool. So I thought I'd stick around.
Dígame la verdad, Kuno, necesito aclararme.
Sure, Kuno's gonna help you with that. Kuno's in a given mood right now.
¿Cuánto tiempo llevo por el
2
juego?
days? Kuno's been out longer sleeping off the speed train. 2 days is nothing. 2 days is nothing to the Kuno.
¿Qué pasó con los demás?
Titus died. Some of his
Titus
goons
murió.
too. The whole fucking harbour is in lockdown right now. Even Kuno can't get in.
¿Sabes si clase está bien, la rubia de aquí al lado?
She's gone, pig. Kuno
Se
saw her
fue.
take off before you started all that violent shit. Had a suitcase and shit.
¿Escapó?
What? You don't believe the Kuno? You don't believe the Kuno knows this shit? Fuck you. Kuno keeps tabs. Bitch is out of town.
Who would have thought? Perhaps you should have arrested her.
Ah, ¿por qué lo haría? ¿Titus murió?
Yeah, fucking dead. Died in the hospital, I hear. Union's all weepy and shit. It's probably your fault.
It probably is. Fucking Butterfingers. It's the fault of those who killed him, not you.
¿Sabes si Joyce está bien? La mujer le va con la compañía.
Rich bitch. Yeah, probably. Boat's gone. Kuno'd be fucking fine too if Kuno had a boat.
¿Cerraron todo el puerto?
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. No one goes in or out. Shit, paranoid now.
Gracias por ponerme al día, Kuno.
No problem. Kuno shares the info.
¿Qué le pasó a la habitación?
Baby Beard was in here. Was probably a bitch to clean this shit up.
¿Te refieres a Carter?
Yeah, fucking Baby Beard. Cleaned all your shit up. He's like your fucking mum now or something.
¿Qué me pasó a mí?
You tore some shit up there, pig. Got shot too.
También te hicieron un ojete nuevo. Es grave.
How would Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking doctor. Kuno thinks you got shot twice. In the shoulder and in the leg. The leg's pretty fucking nasty. But a doctor looked you over and took the bullet out. The shoulder's fine, probably. The doc didn't seem too worried about it. Said the bullet went right through.
¿Puedo caminar?
Are your legs attached to Kuno? Can the Kuno move your legs? The fuck should I know?
No es culpa de esa Molotov. Claro, no es culpa de esa Molotov tirar el culo del mundo. El texto de 200 kilómetros más lejos de lo que debía. Bueno, pero ese fue el juego que me quitó mi chance.
If it's possible, then, by pure willpower alone, you're a psycho-locomotor.
Soy una psicolocomotora, Kuno.
That's pretty cool to Kuno. Kuno's also a psycho.
Ha venido a verme alguien a mi comisaría.
Keep asking all this weird shit from Kuno that the Kuno has no way of knowing about.
¿Sabes quién me atendió, Kuno?
Kuno did.
Gracias, Kuno, me ha salvado la vida.
It's cool. Just remember, Kuno doesn't save shit for free.
Dice que vino un médico a sacarme la bola de la pierna.
Yeah, some cunt from your station came over and knife fucked you when you were sleeping. Nick's Fuckleave, I think he was called. Said he was a doctor, then fucked off and told me to phone him if you shit yourself.
Nick's Gottlieb, station medic, throws a bag containing a small bullet into the medical waste disposer. Then he pops some caramel candy into his mouth and says, "Next." There's a line behind his door. We're detecting druamine in your bloodstream. It's a potent morphine-based painkiller. The good doctor must have given you some. It's gonna suck when it wears off.
¿Tú estás herido?
Why, in the name of fuck, would Kuno be hurt? Kuno's fucking smart. Kuno wasn't in that fuck pile. Kuno knows when shit goes south, unlike you.
Levantarte lentamente. Ay, no tengo ni ganas de levantarme.
Go easy, pig. You want to lean on the Kuno or something?
You can take it. Just don't lean on the old leg too.
¿No puedo usar mi espada como bastón?
So, how is it?
Mis días de disco han tocado fondo.
You got lucky there, pig. Maybe now Kuno can show you what real, brutal, hard music is.
Literal, yo me paro en la silla.
Still, you see something akin to respect in his eyes.
¿Dices que casi todo el pueblo ha muerto?
Yeah, it was a fucking massacre. You and Kuno are the only ones left here?
Relax. The kid is just messing with you. You didn't actually get thousands of people killed.
Kuno, ¿qué crees que debería hacer ahora?
The fuck you asking Kuno for? How would Kuno know? Kuno's fucking 12.
Es que yo tampoco lo sé.
Tough shit, pig. All Kuno knows is the harbour is in lockdown. Town's fucked now. Half the Hardy bitches are dead, and even your company bitch left. Kuno thinks you're fucked, but I can help you. What you got? Bounce that shit off Kuno.
Let's do this tango, Pig, he thinks. Detective Pig and Detective Kun on the case. We bouncing.
Wait, jodeme que ahora voy a estar investigando con Kuno. Había unas huellas en el polvo. Ok, para. Las putas convalares, Kuno, las flores.
Yeah, what? What bells?
Sacar la flor seca y mostrarse antes que se haga pedazo. Esta flor, Kuno.
Fuck, pig.
¡La flor! ¡Mira la
Kuno
flor,
doesn't know
Kuno!
about this flower shit. Kuno's not feeling it.
Había un agujero en la pared de clase. Ahí la está observando. Coñando.
Huh? That could have been there for years. Kuno thinks it's a dead end.
What the fuck,
You
Kuno?
want Kuno to be a yes man? Or you want me to tell it like it is? Walls are full of holes here, pig. Even Kuno knows that.
Había unas huellas en el polvo en la habitación que está atrás de la clase.
There are fucking footprints everywhere, pig. Pigs are too into this footprint shit. Kuno just saw footprints outside on the sidewalk.
Existe una posibilidad del 28% de que el disparo contra la víctima se hiciera desde lejos.
Yeah, that sounds real to Kuno. Forensic shit. True crime shit. Let's check out some crime scenes and assess shit. Pig style. Anything else?
He's genuinely impressed. But that's mostly to do with how scientific that percentage sounded.
Aún no ha ocurrido el milagro. Esto aún no ha terminado.
Miracle? Shit. What is this weak shit? You gotta watch your own back. Miracles don't fucking happen in matinees. Get real.
Gracias por tu ayuda, Kuno.
Shit ain't nothing to Kuno. What now?
No lo sé, Kuno. Pero no me rendiré.
Will Pig. You ready to walk, Will Pig?
Estoy listo, Kuno.
So, listen, Pig. Kuno's been thinking about shit and...
¡Vamos!
Kuno's coming with you. Help you wrap this shit up. Final style.
Asking for something, even asking to come along, doesn't come easy for him.
¿Qué estilo es ese?
Final style. You fucked everything up. Now Kuno's all you got. Terminal Kuno.
¿Por qué quiere venir conmigo?
This scene is dead. Kuno's out of here. Might as well be a pig. Big up fucky fingers on me way out.
Salí por la puerta de Gamo, Kuno.
Drug asset detected. Look at him. Life hasn't been easy on him. You want to drag him along and put him through more shit? Your shit? Look, this might be his only way out. Trying to recruit him is like trying to make a pet out of fire. This kid recognizes only one authority. His own. This is a 12-year-old kid. You can't seriously be considering taking him along. What's going to happen to him?
Pues, la verdad, que venga. Está bien. Bienvenido a bordo.
Accepted the Kuno like a motherfucker. What are we gonna do now?
El siguiente paso, yo te diré lo que pasará a continuación.
Yeah, debrief Kuno. Let Kuno know the plan.
A gust of wind blows in from the bay. The duraluminum box around you vibrates imperceptibly. A familiar cold, a red thread on the roof upstairs. Taut, plucked like a string by the gust.
Deberíamos revisar la habitación de clase.
Bitch next door. That's what Kuno's thinking too. Good call. Let's rock it, pigman.
Acá me tengo que ver sangre y sudor. Acaban de cambiar el cristal, brilla luz matutina. Oyes el barullo del tráfico en el exterior, de vuelta al mundo una vez más. Arreglaron todo, boludo. El productor exterior 8 venía con su altavoz derecho. Mira, la puerta está abierta, puedes entrar a la habitación de Kim. ¿Qué decía el otro, perdón? Oh, fuck. Bueno. A ver, espejito.
The bathroom mirror has been wiped completely clean.
A ver, intentar tener
You see the reflection of yourself still not
Aún no
happening.
puedo. Fuck.
It won't come off that easy.
Vaya compartido, qué paja. Hola, Kim. La arma está programada para las 6:50 AM.
These papers bear the stamp of the RCM. They appear to be fragments of the lieutenant's paperwork, half finished. You make out notes on this and other recent cases.
Mira, con las notas de que
The child. Dom's unfinished. Dom's unfinished too. The man with the hole in his head. Boring ass shit. Motorcycle emptiness. That's a cool case. Kuno can solve that shit for the Beano.
Sí que es un capote, pero...
Pig. It's cool for Kuno to rip on the cloud, but he took a bullet for you. You're gonna shitmouth Kuno too if he falls in battle.
Lo llamaré como me dé la real gana, Kuno. Solo es un chascarillo reciente, amigo. Tienes razón, debería llamarlo así.
Now let's get a move on, Pig. Kuno's itching to crack this case.
¿Qué ha notado sobre este caso?
Very little. This is a daily writer. He's just started copying notes from his notebook, preparing them for filing. The case appears to be named our KK57 0803 0815. The Hanged Man. 28 kilometers to the northeast, in the infirmary of Precinct 57, Lieutenant Kim Pinball Kisaragi rests under a heart monitor. A triage sign, colored yellow, hangs from his injury record. Safe, it means. He coughs, propped up against the pillow. "Why are you here?" asks the man as the cough fit resides. His eyes are black and moist. "To inquire about the Lieutenant E. Freighter, sir. I am his partner," says Satellite Officer Jean Vicmer. "Then why are you wasting time here?" coughs Kim. "He's out there, in Martinez, unsupervised, without cover. You need to get there." His cough gets the best of him. He grabs a glass. On his right-hand side, a little blue notebook, open at case notes.
¿Qué pasa con los otros casos? ¿Qué más tengo aquí?
This year, you can see references to The Child, Dom's Unfinished 2, Motorcycle Emptiness, and The Man with the Hole in His Head.
Son los que recién mencionó Kuno.
Half a dozen stolen property cases, titled Crossword Puzzles 2 to 2000.
Interesante. Alright. Let's go.
The fan stands still.
No puedo correr, boludo. Hay como mueve la pierna. Tal vez la cosa mejor es si no corres. Vale, tiene sentido. Vamos a hacer un valentador, ¿por qué no? Una otra, a ver. Parece que se dejó algo sobre la mesa. Y decime, déjame leerlo entonces.
The medicine cabinet is empty. Not even a toothbrush. Pity.
Limpió esto por completo.
Smart chick. Kuno never leaves shit behind either. Kuno's a pro.
El mejor detective de investigar con Kuno. Obvio, Kuno es un genio. Al final Kuno me quiere, ¿viste?
Next to the stack of bills, you see a note. A few lines jotted down in large, uneven handwriting, just as the writer was about to rush out the door. I'm sorry, I fucked everyone over. P.S. I didn't kill him. P.P.S. Gift upstairs.
Oh, me dejó algo. Okay.
Gift, huh? That's fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Parece que se fue a toda prisa.
Yeah. Fugitive on the run shit. Kuno's seen this shit before.
¿Ah, viste tanto? ¿Qué clase de regalo será?
A trap, probably. But don't sweat it. You got the Kuno spot on you. Let's go in.
Just don't walk into another radio trap, okay? Relax. Not everyone is out to trap you.
¿Qué hay acá? Un correo rojo de nylon, sale de la habitación hasta la azotea. Ah, ¿qué me está indicando? ¿Cómo fue el disparo?
You see the same two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman, only now a red thread bisects the room, pointing from the antenna outside to the cupboard on the wall.
Oh, Kuno knows this shit. Ballistic shit, science radio shit. Shows where the shot came from.
A ray of backward motion explodes from his mouth to the roof outside, A prime, to then widen into a radius of locations in Martinez. B prime, B double prime, and B triple. It suggests the bullet came from the extreme upper quadrant of possible angles, from a point beyond the roof. B triple prime, the island in the bay.
La isla de la bahía. ¿Qué sientes decirnos que el disparo vino del islote?
Pig? You're really fucking onto something there.
Había unas ruinas en ese islote, una especie de puerto hundido. Lo vi a través del visor a monedas.
Yeah, Kuno's seen that shit. Crazy shit. Ain't nothing to Kuno, but lots of places to hide there.
¿Cómo es que sabía hacer esto?
Kuno's got no fucking clue. You need to pig this shit, cop style.
Además, no es un lugar que todavía no hemos descartado.
Cool shit. Sub-Zero shit. Kuno's listening. You got his attention. So what's next?
Parece que tendremos que ir hasta allí.
The wind blows in from the open window. The boy squints, looking into the cold distance. He senses danger, possibly a trap. You shouldn't ignore this. The kid's got serious street smarts.
No tendrás miedo, ¿verdad?
The island! Kuno ain't afraid of fucking anything, pig.
¿Voy a la isla de punta?
Fuck yeah, I'm in. How are you gonna get to the island? Kuno has his ways, but that ain't for your fat old ass.
No tengo ni idea, ¿no tenemos un barco?
There's this lady in the village. She... yeah, the boat's there. You go, do shit there. You'll get one on the coast.
Gracias, Kuno. Bro, me voy, está buenísimo el juego, pero voy a dormir, cuídate, mañana es stream. Sí, lo más factible es que juegue apenas unos minutos más y ya mañana continúe. Así que sí, no te vas a perder mucho y creo que capaz, ojalá, mañana concluyamos Disco Elysium. Supongo, por cómo pinta la cuestión, pero no estoy seguro si será posible terminarlo mañana mismo. Pero es una posibilidad, calculo. Así que...
Oh, you're right. It's good to see you back on your feet. Did you like your room? I cleaned it for you.
Gracias, Garte.
Fucking cleaned it.
What a dick. Dancing around in his maid uniform.
Mañana me paso por acá, cupo de sol como cuno. Fuck this shit. Dale, gracias por pasarte, Eric. Un gustazo. Nos vemos mañana. Yo sí, calculo que capaz media horita más juegue. Me encanta, gracias, menudo cambio.
You're welcome. I thought it would be nice for you to wake up in a clean place after you, let's be fair, defended this establishment and its clientele from gunfire.
Gracias.
I give credit where credit is due, and that was crazy. To throw a petroleum bomb at him and then miss. Maybe not super effective, but very crazy. I was watching until that, then crawled inside. Bullets started flying. Anyway...
He really wants you to realize that he was also on the balcony looking by. In the danger zone, so to say.
I hope at least your partner is recovering quickly. Also, you're staying here for free now.
Oh, gracias.
That's right. This establishment supports cops. The stay is free. The drinks are not. Just felt I needed to specify.
Me parece bien. ¿Dónde se mete todo el mundo?
Oh, you know, people don't tend to stick around after shootouts. Turns out they're not good for business.
Lena y Morel siguen en la ciudad.
Ah, them. Nice people. But no. Lena said they were going back to Jamrock. I saw them pass by outside. This was before the fight started. I'm glad she got out of here before all that. Bullets flying and stuff. People inside were quite terrified, you know. I had to take action and step outside too.
No habíamos acabado con el pan.
I mean, you're a detective. Perhaps you can track them down. Shouldn't be that hard.
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know what the fuck this is about. Well, you should chill down, pig. You'll get this Lena fuck on false charges.
You'll see her again one day. You know it. Things went like they did for a reason.
Oh, fine, hero cop. Lena left a forwarding address. 1113 Tabernacle Road in Jamrock. If you see them again, do give them my best.
¿Qué ha sido el hombre de las gafas de sol?
I don't remember everyone who comes here, and many people wear sunglasses inside lately. Must be a fad.
¿Por dónde estabas cuando se desató el infierno?
Where was I? How do you think I know the crazy shit you pulled off out there? I was there, out on the balcony, protecting my establishment. So, yeah, well, I guess I'm what you call a bad...
It really took courage. Don't pick at him.
Yeah.
He nods back at you, even more stoically. Just two badass men.
Están los dos haciendo así.
Make that three. Kuno is nodding too, hands crossed.
Los tres están simplemente asintiendo. Son unos pelotudos. De acuerdo, gracias.
No problem. They'll come back. They always do.
¿Qué haces, Carter? ¿Y vos piensas?
Hi, gendarme.
Ah, el fumador.
Another rendezvous.
Hey.
Hello, hello. So what brings you here?
¿Qué estás haciendo aquí?
Admiring the atmosphere. What about you,
Delitando con el
officer?
ambiente, en serio. Vivo aquí, mi habitación está llena.
Convenient. But what are you doing here? Talking to me.
Conocí a tu amigo los
You
domingos.
did? And how did you like him?
No me cayó tan bien como tú.
Ah, shoot. Why not?
¿Quién es?
A visitor from the first world. He's not like you and me, gendarme. He can always return to his opportunities in Occident, sur la clé. Still, his coming and going brings some life to the village. Or is it just money? I don't know.
¿Qué sois vosotros? ¿Qué habéis entre mí?
Friends, I told you. Sunday friends. Friends who like to get together from time to time.
¿Qué significa su amigo los domingos? Ya lo sé, se coge.
That he won't be there when times get tough, I guess.
¿Qué clase de amigos es?
It is. On Sundays.
¿Qué hacía en tu apartamento en plena noche?
He has keys. And he likes the view. To the sea, I mean.
No quiero hablar de otras personas, quiero hablar de ti.
Hmm? What about you, gendarme? Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building, asking questions. Nothing. That I didn't see anything. Why shouldn't he? What friend? No, I don't think it came up. Muscular, handsome, strong, like one of those military types. Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece. Just reporting back whatever I was telling him. Oh, let me think. He had an accent. He sounded like one of those mercenaries. He sounded vaguely Oranese. No, not vaguely, scratch that. He sounded definitely Oranese.
Bueno, eso es importante, gracias.
Sure. Anything else on your mind?
Algo en tu comportamiento.
It's the sports. He's a sports guy. All about that physical prowess and athletic skill. Nothing else here.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
¿Vos vas a decir algo, pelado? ¿Mm? Esto costó dinero, no dice la mierda, te pregunto.
Kuno's gonna scram now. Can't be seen with pigs. Can't shit on Kuno's good name. So yeah, see you on the C4 island. Try not to get shot or drunk again. Kuno's counting on your ass.
Kuno will rejoin your party later.
Tiene sentido, gracias, Kuno. Lo entiendo, lo entiendo. Ok, ¿qué escribieron acá?
The graffito has been painted over the traces of the fight that took place here. It smells of blood and heavy fuel oil. This was Cindy the Skull.
Parece que Cindy la Calavera Espina encontró las palabras para su obra maestra.
The red-dyed fuel oil glistens. This was painted very recently. And blood. Some of it may even be yours. Looks like a giant mop was used to turn it into lettering. Heavy fuel oil. Isn't that flammable?
Prende fuego grafiti con cigarrillo encendido.
The fuel oil catches fire immediately with a low hiss. A bright orange flash across the surface of the lettering. The falling snow turns to vapor above the burning message, mingling with the black smoke. The flames warm your face. Then, a gust of cold wind, and the fire falters.
It's time to go to the island.
Slowly, the flames subside, the fuel burning out. The air still smells of mazout and springtime.
¿Qué tal, bro?
Officer, care to play a game with the lonely old man?
¿Tu amigo se murió?
Actually, never mind. Wouldn't be the same.
¿Dónde está él?
The prick is gone. I can barely believe it. But he's really gone.
¿Dónde?
Hell, most likely. He was an absolute
¿Por qué se murió?
cunt.
¿Por qué? ¿Fue asesinado durante el tribunal de los mercenarios?
Oh, he would have liked that. Violent lives ending violently. That's how he wanted to go. Sadly, it was not the case.
¿Cómo murió exactamente?
His hungry little heart finally gave out. The dock workers found him in the guard booth this morning. Wasn't even supposed to be working for another week, but he just had to prove how tough he is. Guess he was about to head home, cause when the dock workers found him, he was wearing civilian clothes and not the Kuketu uniform I saw him in all the time. Sometimes I thought he was wearing it just to piss me off. Now the joke's on him, cause he's gonna be buried without it.
Mi más sincera condolencia.
It is what it is, part of life really. But to know someone for 79 years, then one day they're just gone. I just don't know anymore. About anything really. But you must need something.
Son lástima que René se haya ido, pero hasta preguntarle sobre las convalarias.
René wasn't really what you'd call a botanist, officer. And believe me, he didn't like Insulindian lilies.
¿Lirios insulíndicos?
That's their old name, dating back to the time of kings and crests. and all that other stuff he loved so much.
¿Por qué no le gustaba?
There were many reasons, but mostly it was the communals. They called them the Bells of Revolution. I guess in the end, the Insulindian lilies were just another piece of the whole Insulinde. The royalists had to surrender to the Mazovian insurgents. It does, yes. What about René? Yes, sometimes I thought he was worried. It is what I just don't know.
Bueno, con las mensas de estas. ¿Qué aparece? ¿Por qué no me aparece la opción? Niña.
Hi, Ace Detective.
No puedo hacer nada con la niña.
Oh my god! Things have gotten out of hand. I thought the psychic stuff was bad, but the crime, it's even worse. I haven't been able to come to work for 3 days. The shop has been locked. No sales, gangbangers running around, shooting everyone. I know I shouldn't have bought a shop in this ghetto.
Es también quien me ha disparado, señora.
Oh my god! Even the police can't take care of all of this. Just look at that limp. Someone should do something about this.
Señora, en serio.
Maybe I should close the bookstore and open a psychic studio. Yes. It makes sense. Crime is the 6th element, you see. The darkest element. I could teach people to protect themselves against bad energies and to fight crime.
Parece que tiene un plan, la vida sigue después de todo.
Exactly. It's a brilliant idea. Thank you, officer. I'm going to start drawing up business plans right away. In the meantime, do buy the books. As many as you can. They won't be here for much longer. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Plaisance, tengo que contarle algo. Encontrar la verdadera fuente de la petición.
What do you mean, actual source? I thought this issue was resolved.
Mi investigación me ha llevado a descubrir un agujero entroponético de 2 milímetros en el mismo tejido de la realidad. Este agujero es la fuente de la perdición, tanto en la zona comercial como en Martínez. Me tengo que esto es todo lo que puedo decirle. Debo abandonar Martínez de inmediato. Gracias, es muy peligroso. No, vamos a sentir la boludez. Un pequeño agujero, en la realidad. Creo que está conectado con el pálido, como si fuera un punto focal. Explicaría el hecho de que históricamente tantas cosas hayan fracasado aquí en Martínez.
But that's not in any of the ancient texts. How am I supposed to protect my bookstore from that?
She's too afraid to even say the word.
No puede protegerla, no contra el pálido. Cierre la tienda y aléjese tanto como pueda esta cosa. Puede protegerla con esperanza, no rindiéndose. Eso es lo que la gente ha hecho en el pasado. Construyó una iglesia, un lugar de culto, ahora esa cosa. Tendré que encontrar la respuesta por sí misma. Yo ya he invertido demasiado tiempo en esta tarea.
Yes, you've certainly done your part. I've come so far. I can't give up now, especially now that Annette is settling in at school again. She's finally making friends in this place. No, we can't leave Martinez. We can't. Thank you for your help in any case. You're welcome back here anytime.
Está en la librera. Vamos a decir otra mesa también. O sea, la tomó bien igual la señora, la verdad. Intento lo de la pesa. O el acuarizador.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
Mira, me salió. Voy a poder levantar la pesa con toda la herida que tengo, boludo. Soy un genio. Vamos, Henry, vamos, Henry.
Conjuring up an inhuman amount of strength, you raise the barbell up in the air. Your biceps tremble, but you're a savage. This is a children's game.
Soy todo un campeón. Nice. Buen trabajo, Jaime.
A warm wave of accomplishment washes over your head as you drop the barbell to the floor. For a moment, it feels like you're strong enough to succeed at anything you ever set your mind to.
Es que obvio, soy yo.
But you're still in a ghost house. What if someone heard this? What if they know you're here? No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers, your bruised knee against the mat, and a whistle. Then the feeling is gone. It's just a memory from another life, when you were young and fit.
¿Cuál completé? Ah, sí, lo de el espíritu es eterno, sí. No tengo nada más en el cuello. Voy a poner unos instantes. O este. Más no te debería. No, me gusta más como la corbata. Dios, ¿por qué se ve tan así de repente? Acá bueno, se altera ni el polvo, tiene sentido. Me voy con la otra mensa y... Creo que ya estoy por terminar por hoy. No, no era por acá. Era por acá. Era derechito nomás. Muchacha del dado.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
Creo que encontré el origen de la maldición.
You mean the curse that I'm spared of because I live outside its immediate reach?
Es un poco más complicado de lo que pensé al principio.
I'm listening.
Hay un agujero de 2 minutos en el tejido de la realidad, situado en una iglesia al otro lado del canal. Creo que podría tener relación con el pálido.
Excuse me? A 2mm hole in reality? This can't be true.
Me temo que sí. Suna Lukanen Kilde, antiguo promotor jefe de Potes Action, hizo el descubrimiento.
Sona is involved in this? So it's even worse than I thought. It's not just the commercial area that's cursed. It's the entire world.
Exacto, señora.
She looks outside the window where daylight has filled the yard.
Que yo no diría que tanto. No, creo que todo el mundo esté maldito.
Just Martinez?
Puede ser.
In any case, thank you for stopping by. It's good to have an answer, even if I can't claim to understand it fully.
Okay, bye. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. ¿Cómo que me queda pendiente de toda esta tarea? Ve a la isla. Es la isla entonces. Creo que si se lanzara una tormenta de la hostia fuera porque estoy viendo flashear el cielo de una manera por la ventana que no se imagina. borracho ese pescador. Ah, señora. Usted, vamos a hablar con usted.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope
Me
the
han
way
disparado.
even I can see that. I told you not to bring your trouble with you, policeman.
¿Cómo está lloviendo?
We've got troubles of our own here. Though I suppose you took the worst of it. Turns out you were your own ill omen.
A mi convento me dispararon, no está en el hospital.
What do you expect? Police officers get put into dangerous situations all the time. Sometimes they get shot.
Gracias por la comprensión,
It's a
señora.
rough trade you're in. Still, I'm sorry to hear about your partner. He seemed to be a decent enough sort.
Era un buen tío.
That's the best you can say about your partner? Sounds like it wasn't working out.
Fuck you. Oh, Dios. ¿No hay ningún bote acá? Deberías montar en el bote dentro para América. Y uno. Oh, se la conoce. No se me sacó.
Officer, what happened? You're wounded. Why are you wounded? You look terrible.
Oh, gracias por preocuparme.
She sounds almost disappointed with you, reprimanding you for falling and hurting your knee.
¿Estás enfadada?
Look at you. You can barely walk.
No es nada.
Doesn't look like nothing. Looks like you got banged up real good.
Eso sí, es
What
verdad.
happened to you anyway? We heard gunshots from the town. They were closer than usual.
También me disparan en el pecho.
That's nothing to brag about, officer.
You feel the ligament move on your left shoulder, and a small, warm drip of blood. It's nothing.
No tendrías que haber visto los otros tantos muertos.
So you're a killer. That's good, I guess. I guess. Better than being dead.
No soy un asesino, soy un pueblo.
Hi. I guess you are. I understand that's how it goes.
No, Lidia no era lo que quería decir. Me gustaría hacerte una pregunta.
Of course. Can I help you with something?
Tengo que ir a aquella isla.
That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead.
¿Qué hay en aquella isla? Con los prismáticos vi una especie de ruinas.
Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war. For the communards. An anti-aircraft gun, I think. Bombed to bits in the landing. I haven't been there myself. Always steered clear of it.
Hasn't been there herself. Who has then?
Dice que tú no has estado allí. ¿Conoces a alguien que sí haya estado?
My husband used to drink there.
Oh.
Him and his drinking buddies. Always seemed like a bad place to drink to me. People died there during the landing, you know. My mother told me. The kids sometimes go there too. I know they do, on rafts. I tell them not to, but they bring back old bullet casings and such.
¿Qué niños?
The twins. God forbid they bring the girl along on some rickety barge.
¿Algo que debas saber para llegar hasta allí?
Well, most of it's sunken. Underwater. That means concrete underwater. Cut your boat if you're not careful. Be sure to enter from the south side. Water's deep there.
Aye, aye.
Gracias. ¿Puedo llevarme tu bote?
If you promise to bring it back, and no scraping the hull, you just got it nice and yellow, and no drinking on the boat, and no joyriding either.
The crow's feet disappear from the corners of her eyes as she smiles at you.
Gracias, me llevaré tu equipo para ir, pues.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it's a small tank.
Vale. Nos vemos, señora. Usar equipo de la guerra para que estemos en esta isla. Ah, ¿le puedo preguntar a los pendecitos por la isla? Ok, vamos a preguntar primero a los niños y después corto el stream.
The scruffy
A ver,
haired
niños, se
little
viene toda la
boy.
isla, ¿verdad?
And that iron,
Sí, ese, necesito saber qué hay allí.
that's, nothing. It's just a seafort and some plants. You can take a raft there. It's great. And we make a fire. We make a fire.
Thank you.
Gather the sticks for the fire and bullets. Or not real bullets, empty bullets.
¿Algo más?
They're lights. The fire guy comes and asks us to put the fire out.
¿Vive alguien en la isla?
No. Yes.
¿Por qué es el señor del fuego?
Because he asks to put the fire out.
¿Por qué lo pide?
I don't know. He doesn't like it. He don't like people to be there. You shouldn't go.
Me está dando mucha información. Gracias,
Yes.
niños.
A suspicious request, made out of fear.
¿Qué has dicho? ¿Unas luces?
I don't know.
¿Hay algo más que me podéis decir sobre ese señor? ¿Cuántos años tiene? ¿Vive o no vive allí?
No, he doesn't live there. No, he lives there. Been there twice, 2 times. He doesn't live there. He isn't there sometimes.
Ok, su nombre también. ¿Algo más que pinta tiene?
I don't know.
¿Cómo?
We ran. He just yelled we shouldn't be there.
Vuestro padre solía ir de esa isla también, ¿no es así?
Our father killed himself. Don't say that, he didn't.
Tu padre no se suicidó.
I don't know. Doesn't even have anything to do with this, you. Father isn't the fire guy.
¿Eso es todo? ¿Hay algo más que me puedes contar sobre la isla?
There's
Ok. Adiós, niños, cuídense. Bueno, muchachos. It is time. Es hora de que yo me vaya a dormir y mañana concluimos con Disco Elysium, me parece. Me parece que es el endgame definitivamente lo que tocará mañana. Así que lo vamos a dejar acá. Que sea lo que Dios quiera. Oh, muy interesante, muchachos. La verdad que se fue todo el garete. Me salió todo para la mierda. Casi muere Kim, casi muero yo. Murió Titus. Se fue todo el carajo. El juego me ama con las tiradas, la verdad. Increíble. Pero bueno. Nada, mañana... Eres malísimo, me he puesto. No, le voy a permitir ese mensaje. No pasa nada. Mañana lo terminamos, me parece. Mañana continuamos jugando. Así que muchas gracias a todos por pasarse. Descansemos y que sea lo que Dios quiera. Mañana a ver si podemos concluir la investigación y al menos redimirnos como detectives. Así que nos reímos.